Hello, what is up? Grant right here. I am back here today for a special reaction video. I'm very excited to be here for Kevin. This is a very special request. We are getting back to Lara Fabian today, the one and only. It's been a minute, but we're going to be doing a series of requests for her coming up. So today we are diving into Calling You from Lara Fabian, as presented here. Once again, I'm super excited to be getting into this. I've missed reacting to her. She is the cream of the crop of vocalists, and happy to have you here along for the ride with me. So get something to drink, get something to eat, because we are going to have a good old time like the old days with me. Without further ado, let's get into it. Before we begin today's video, as always, if you're new here, welcome to this platform. I'm happy to have you here. Stay tuned for much more to come from me, and if you have not yet done so, please become a member and stay tuned for everything that I have in store for you. Let's get into it.
Just a road from Vegas to nowhere, someplace better than where you've been. A coffee machine that needs some fixing, in a little cafe just around the bend. Dry wind blows right through me. A baby's crying and I can't sleep. We both know a change has come back home and come and come and come and closer. Sweet release.
Well, that just took most of the words from my mouth. Speechless. What a return to probably the greatest singer on the planet, Lara Fabian, after a long time. That was pretty magnificent. I'm like completely just lost now. That was like another dimension. Excellence. Big thank you for this request. This was probably one of, I gotta be honest, this is probably the best thing I've heard from her to date, for a number of reasons I'm gonna dive into. It's just always such a pleasure, watching her performances, because I've said it a million times, it's a full experience. It's, like I said, the best vocals you can hope to hear in your lifetime come from this woman, and just the entire performance itself is an experience without a bunch of distracting antics, like I'm always saying on this channel. But what a magnificent just piece of music to begin with, and it is, what it is, while being just very stripped down, being very, just a very, sort of baseline construction of music. There's not a whole bunch of, drums and everything going on. It's very stripped down, but I think that adds to how just special it is on its own, without having a bunch of interfering, production aspects to it. I am just such a lover of the dimensions of her voice, as I'm always saying. There are so many singers out there that I do appreciate and I do respect, but they're just very, very one and two dimensional vocal-wise. There are not a lot of different layers to uncover within their instrument, and I don't think it's anyone's fault. It's just some singers have more depth to their presentation than others, and Lara Fabian, there's just endless layers to her voice that you uncover with every performance, and it's such a thrill to actually, witness it. I'm pretty sure you guys can agree. This performance was, as many of her performances, incredibly powerful while being incredibly delicate at the same time, and the amount of seconds in between her flipping between those two extremes was just so minimal in this performance. It was just constant back and forth, and it was just so masterfully done, and it was just absolutely effortless. Her vocal gymnastics are probably the most effortless out of any singer I can think of, because of how great of a technique she has. And she is not one of these singers that you I want to go back into the TikTok thing, because you guys know I'm always talking about that. A lot of singers these days are just, you can see how focused they are on their technique, and it takes away from the, the performance in itself, because you can see, I think when you can see somebody's focus, on their performance, it really takes away from how real it is and how relatable they are to you. It just looks like a, kind of like somebody, in the Olympics, really focused on doing flips or doing whatever. You don't really feel the connection to the actual artist, and I'm a big advocate for you being able to do both at the same time. I think a vocalist, a really great vocalist, really can focus on their technique and their presentation while not making it obvious to the audience. And when you can do those two things, not many people can, you've advanced to the next level, and Lara Fabian is the queen of that. Her technique is absolutely flawless, probably the best of any singer I can think of, but you would never know it, how focused, she's put so much training into her instrument. It's second nature to her, and I just look up to that and admire it so much, because it makes it so much more enjoyable for the audience to watch when a singer doesn't look stressed out with, what note they're going to hit next, or what's going to happen next, or what's going to happen with their voice. It's like, it just flows out of her. It's like, same thing with Barbra Streisand. It's like butter coming out of her. It's just effortless, smooth, and it's just so, she's probably the most enjoyable singers I can think of. I've said it before. There's a lot of great singers out there, but you don't necessarily enjoy every performance from them or everything that they actually do. It's not, you can't listen to it all day. Lara Fabian is one of the only singers I can think of that I could listen to all day. And it just be that pleasant of an experience to continue going. Just absolutely magnificent. I absolutely love, as per usual, all those little extra breaths and things in the performance. And I'm always saying that. I myself have really tried in recent years to incorporate that into my own, work. I love when singers are able to create really special moments with little things like that, little gestures, little breaths, little, just moments in the performance without having to go leaps forward in doing unnecessary vocal runs and gymnastics that ruin the performance. I think it's the little things like that that really count. And true music lovers take note of that. You can hear little things like that that we appreciate, and that just bring, so much extra of that special element to the performance. As per usual, I love the stage arrangement. I love the colors. I love everything involved. Every time I see one of her performances, you can see how well thought out the concept was on the stage. And just her interaction with, everything that she does on stage, in my opinion, is just so well thought out. It's just, like I said, it's truly an enjoyable experience. And she is stunning to look at, as per usual. I love how she sort of coordinated her hand movements and everything to what she was doing vocally, with some of the movements on her neck. She was reaching for her neck and like her head, and then she ran to the back really quick and created that extra, moment of drama in the performance. Like I said, it's almost, I have said it before, it's like watching a movie with her. It's like just the full, head-on experience of everything coming together, all the elements, the vocals, the instrumentals, the drama, everything to create, like I said, a once-in-a-lifetime experience without having a bunch of nonsense going on the stage. It just being about the music. And you guys know, if you know me, that is what I stand for, music in its entirety. I always have, being a singer, songwriter, performer, entertainer my whole life. Witnessing greats like her, I do want to keep that tradition alive and bring awareness to people that actually do keep that alive in this industry, because there's not too many, they're far and few, but she is the best of the best, and I feel if I continue to, bring awareness to her, we can bring awareness to others out there that are undervalued and underappreciated in the industry, and just create a more welcoming environment for those, even the up-and-comers that are, do have that special talent to offer the world. So this was absolutely mind-blowing to witness. One of the best performance I can think of that I've seen from her to date. If you guys want to continue to see and share awareness to her, please feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will try to get to as many of the requests as I can in a timely fashion. And once again, thank you so much for joining me today for this reaction video. Thank you again so much, guys, for being here today for this video. If you liked what you saw, please leave a thumbs up and consider becoming a member on this channel. I would love to have you here moving forward to be a part of the community for everything that is coming forth. And I look forward to our next get together, hopefully coming soon. Have a great day. Check you later. Peace.